So very good evening to everyone. So the video is about again data science. We already discussed about the introduction of data science in the previous video. So let it continue about the data science. Today is episode 2 of the data science session. Sorry. So previously I discussed in the previous session about the data science, that is data science introduction, and what is the definition of this, and how the data science is day-to-day activities, day-to-day life of data science, what are the experiments we do in this data science. So all this we discussed in the previous session. So I think I taught this session in Telugu maybe. So no problem. Let we discuss about this data science in this session. So coming to the data science, So when we see the term data science here, so there are two terms involved in this, data and science. So when you see these two terms, data and science, the data is nothing about information, right? So what is data? Data is nothing but information. So what is information? The information is maybe anything like student details, employee details, like that. So these all things will comes under information. So these details in any format, like it will be collected in some Excel format, some database, like that, like PDF, anything. So this is called information. So example, when we go to college at first time, so administration will collect our data, like our details like name, father's name, caste, date of birth, email ID, previous SSC memos, like that. So this is nothing but a data of your details. So this is information. So right. Coming to the other part here, science. So from childhood onwards, we see science is nothing but doing experiments. So here data is information that may be collected or going to be collected, like that in Excel sheet, database, PDF, any format, any information like student details, employee details, like that. Coming to the next part, science. Here science is nothing but doing experiments, right? From 8th class onwards, from first class onwards, we go to science lab and doing experiments, getting some results. We do testing, right? Some science we do experiments, from there you go will get some results. We will test, like testing with chemicals like H2 plus CO2, something like that. So we will finally get some results. Okay, finally we get some results here. so here data science, by combining these two things from this information and science, what we know, what we see here, so doing experiments with the data, or information, doing experiments with the data or information, right? Doing experiments with the data and information, or so simply we can say here doing experiments with the data to extract useful insights and solve problems. This is the actual definition of the data science. Here we see, you see doing experiments. Already science means the experiments with the data or with the data or information to extract useful insights. That means here you will extract only the thing which is useful to you only. Suppose here I told you about this student details like name, father's name, date of birth, this caste. Here the only useful insights you can extract means name, father's name, date of birth. Okay, these three things is enough to the administration: name, father's name, date of birth. So here I extract the useful insights like these three terms I extract. Okay, so from these three terms I will generate a student ID to log into the so any science lab, any computer lab, like that. Are you getting my point here? So actual the definition of data science is doing experiments with the data, to extract useful insights to solve problems. So here from here I collect a name, student father name, student DOB. So from these three I extracted these three insights and I solve a problem to generate a unique ID card to a student. Like in the father's name, last three letters characters, and from the name of student, first three characters, in the date of birth year. I generate some 8 characteristic string here, combine of numerical and string. One may be special characters, uppercase letter. So I created one password to student here. So I collected data and I extracted only 3 things here. I generate some unique password here. So this is nothing but data. So here data science means doing experiments with data to extract only the useful insights and solving problems. So here first thing, let me go to next page here. So first thing here, how we are going to do experiments? How we are going to do experiments here? So first thing, data can be Excel format, some CSV, or some database, or some web data. Okay, any of the kind, any of the type of here data. So first here, before doing anything with the data, we need to know what you are trying to find. What are we trying to find? So what are you trying to find out? Okay, next, how will it helps for something like business or research, anything. So what result are we expecting? So how we are going to do experiments here? First we collect some data here in any of the type, any of the format, Excel, CSV data, or some web data like this. So first thing, what we are trying to do with that? What we are trying to find out? What we are going to find out? So previously we discussed about student experiment. No, their name, father name, DOB, something email ID. So I got this data. And what we are trying to find out means I'm trying to find out the student 10th class SSC memo. Okay, I'm trying to find out 10th class SSC memo and how it will be help to me. So how it will be help if we generate something like 10th class SSC memo, I will figure out the student details of hall ticket number of SSC. Okay, I can get the SSC hall ticket number of that particular student. So what result are we expecting? So generally the result may be SSC memo hall ticket, that is true. And how it will going to help with my business? If I have name, date of birth, father's name, email ID, or if I have this hall ticket number of SSC, so I am going to sell this data to educational institutions like engineering or something. Engineering or some engineering colleges or degree colleges, some universities, like that. So everything will be like this only, students. We do experiments with the data, we will collect some data, we do some experiments to obtain something beneficiary to us. Example, best example, Google. We know Google will collect our data in SEO, search engine operation. Like we open Chrome or browsers, we will display some SEO like this. Here we can search fb.com, insta.com, like that. No, this will be the search icon. So every time we search here, our data will be in the history. So Google knows all the history here, data history, what we search here in search bar. So how Google will take beneficiary from this data? So Google will sell the data history or data some other companies. Suppose some 1,000 people use this Google and search Puma shoe. So automatically Google will contact Puma company that Google will say certain people out of 1,000, 700 people search your brand Puma shoe. Okay, like that. So Puma will start producing some ads, advantaging some ads and advertisements, increasing brand promotion, increasing manufacturing, increasing quality, like that. So all this process will go on. Okay, so here how we are going to do experiment, what we need to do experiment. So basic we need, students, Python. We need Python language to do our experiments with the data. This is one type of code language we know already. So here, why only Python, sir? Why only Python, sir? Why not other language? Why only Python, sir? Why not other languages? So yes, students, Python is very easy language. One, easy to learn. Python has pre-library setup like NumPy, Scikit-learn, Matplotlib, Scikit-learn, like that. So Python had these all libraries which is needed and sufficient to do experiment with the data. That's why data science preferred Python language. Why? Because it is all predefined things. All the predefined things, all the tools and libraries are there in Python. Okay, so Python is beginner friendly, right? Beginner friendly, you can strong language, beginner friendly, you can easily learn. So the first choice will automatically go for Python. Is any other language, sir? Yes, there are R language. We can do with Java also. But most preferable language is Python. Since Python is very easy and beginner friendly, all the tools are pre-installed. You can just install that tool and libraries can do. So here, final conclusion, data science is a simple experimental student, experimenting the data to solve problems. That is first thing. So we need to collect data, understand the data first, use tools like Python here, and apply the Python tools, get beneficiary to fix the problem and obtain new data. So obtaining new data means I collected Google data from 2015 to 2025, 10 years. Okay, 2015 to 25, 10 years. So I will predict the future 5 years data like 2025 to 2030. I can predict. How I can predict? I will do experiment with this data by using Python and libraries. I can obtain this 25-22 predict analysis. So like that, friends. So from next class, I will tell what what we need from Python, like what tools we need here. So data science, what data science tools required, data visualization. Some problems are there like data visualization, data manipulation, like that. I will teach this from next lesson. So this is the basic introduction and episode 2 of this data science. What we need here, Python, what we are going to do. So the simple example I already gave about Google and student data. So everything is for business beneficiary student. No one is like dummy, not dummy thing. Everything is like business. Okay, like weather report, generating weather report and selling this weather report to some other companies which are beneficiary from weather, like cricket, and some countries need monsoon season, rainfall season. So when the rainfall will happen in some countries, like that. So weather report, generating weather report and predicting weather. Best example, predicting weather, how weather will be predicted. So previous data will have some 2020 to 2025 previous weather data I had. So from this weather data I can get future data, future 2030, how will be the weather, how will be the summer, how will be the rainy, like that. We getting this data now. From where this we are getting? By doing this experiments only. Okay, hope you understand. If you have any doubts, please respond in the comments, like, share and share with your friends. Hope you are learning well. Do well. Bye.